My parents teamed up with my fiancé to sue me in court. The charge was intentional assault. They wanted me locked up for 10 years, plus compensation to my foster sister, my cornea for her missing eye. In the courtroom, Dad pointed at me and cursed. Yara is an artist. Her eyes are worth more than your miserable life. Giving her your cornea is only natural. Mom sobbed and begged the judge, give her the maximum sentence. This daughter of mine is pure evil. If she doesn't go to prison, she'll never learn. And my fiancé, a star attorney, personally submitted falsified evidence. Nora, go in and reflect properly. When you get out, I'll still marry you. They all expected me to fall to my knees and beg for mercy like before, or throw a tantrum. But this time, the defendant's seat remained empty. My fiancé sent me an impatient voice message. Nora, stop playing dead and dodging court. If you're willing to sign the cornea donation form, I can file to dismiss the case. Too bad he'd never get my reply again. Because 1 minute before the hearing began, the system issued its final warning. Host Nora Pennington's mission has utterly failed. Death confirmed. The gavel hung suspended, refusing to fall. The presiding judge showed his impatience, lifting his hand to check his watch. From the plaintiff's bench, my dad, Patrick Pennington, pointed at the empty defendant's seat, spittle flying. Your Honor, look at this. She doesn't even dare show up in court. This is fleeing from justice. She's been jealous of her sister since childhood, completely heartless. This time she actually took a knife and blinded Yara in one eye. This menace, if you don't lock her up for 10 years, there's no justice in this world. My mom, Rachel Allen, dabbed at her tears beside him. How did I give birth to such a monster? Yara may be adopted, but in our hearts she's closer than blood. Listen to that. How touching. I floated in midair, watching these two people who had given birth to me and raised me. They wanted nothing more than to grind me into the dirt and stomp on me twice for good measure. And that fiancé who'd promised to protect me for life, Adrian Vale, sat in the plaintiff's attorney seat. His expression was cold as he submitted several documents. Your Honor, this is surveillance footage of the defendant Nora purchasing the weapon used in the assault. And here are records of her repeatedly sending threatening text messages to the victim. I am the plaintiff's attorney, and also the victim's fiancé. I request that the court impose the maximum sentence. The courtroom erupted. Even the judge looked momentarily stunned. Probably never seen a fiancé personally send his fiancée to prison before. I floated in front of Adrian's face. I tried to touch his cheek, but my hand passed right through. Adrian, look carefully. That's my sister wearing my clothes in the surveillance footage. Those text messages, didn't Yara send them herself using my phone? Too bad he couldn't hear me. He was staring down at his phone, brow furrowed. On the screen was the last message he'd sent me. Nora, stop playing dead and dodging court. If you're willing to sign the cornea donation form, I can file to dismiss the case. This is what you owe Yara. Below it was a red exclamation mark. 1 minute ago, my body had stopped breathing on the floor of my rental apartment. The system's mechanical voice echoed in my mind. Host departing world. Departure obstructed. Excessive resentment. Soul detained for 72 hours. Resentment? I looked at Adrian's profile, tears silently streaming down my face. How could I not resent? I'd spent 10 full years trying to win him over. And the result? The moment Yara came back, everything changed. When Yara said her eyes hurt, he forced me to get tested for cornea compatibility. Never mind that I'd already been diagnosed with stomach cancer and was too weak to even walk steadily. When Yara claimed I pushed her, he backhanded me across the face. Hit me so hard my eardrum ruptured. But all he cared about was whether Yara's hand hurt from hitting me. Now he'd personally forged evidence to send me to prison and harvest my eyes. The judge tapped his gavel. Since the defendant has failed to appear without valid reason, this court will proceed with trial in absentia. Just then, Adrian's phone rang. It was the police station. Click the link on the homepage to watch the full follow-up for free.